on 6.
Well, I mean, you do say, speaking of good aimers, if you look at a crazy lineup, it is pretty mental. Okay, reasonable. Esperanto finds the kill onto CR4ZY through the smoke right after Hunter gets that opening pick. So that's a great double opening. The B-bomb side's going to face a lot of pressure, but you take his name, and it is going to be Woxi opening things that he finds one kill.
Well, finally, CR4ZY has something to be happy about. Nearly, though, Rops with 2. Outside of the doors, a cheeky peek, flashbang into the eyes of Esperanto, but still spins around in time to claim the frag. And Woxi, try as he may with the scout, is outfired. Well,
being a little bit aggressive, considering that their weaponry wasn't as great as the AK-47 CR4ZY had in the previous round. A push coming up towards mid should be an easy time for Mr. Esperanto from lower tunnels. He finds one, looking for more. Should be a little careful, but doesn't want to give away free AK, and it is going to be a pretty clean mop-up for CR4ZY.
Yeah, just the one death, and it wasn't exactly a full eco either. They had some deagles in play, so CR4ZY's going to be very happy with this. As long as they can keep the rest of their players alive, if Karrigan can maybe turn the screws, could have been costly. And to be fair to Karrigan, got a chance to cast him. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, people haven't been around for as long. Remember, he used to be a primary AWPer, even in CSGO. He was a guy that could pick it up and do serious damage with it. So he definitely isn't one of those IGLs that offers nothing in terms of fragging. Woxi and Esperanto going to trade kills on Catwalk. That's going to draw out the smoke. A valuable little bit of utility. There's only 3 smokes remaining with the 1 flash. So no incendiaries, no HEs to play with. It's going to be so vitally important. But CR4ZY, what can they do with this advantage?
They do have Letney floating around towards upper tunnel. So I'm curious. They still have time to work. They have a lot of utility as well. They might just fake towards A and then go for, yeah, it should be a B hit here. Auto getting that kill onto Rops at mid means they have an opening. But I say that they're still inching up towards short. So I think they're going to try and fake something over here. Maybe a smoke, couple of flashbangs perhaps. But while they wait over there, CR4ZY finds Letney. Letney, he should have just been a little bit more patient. If he stuck around towards lower tunnels without showing himself, they could have gone for the B hit, but now he's been found out. Now they will be forced to go towards the A bomb site, but guess who's waiting? It is going to be Woxi. He finds Hunter, looking for more. Next up, it will be found by Karrigan, and all on auto. He finds one, but this 1v2, it is doable, Vince.
It certainly is, and he knows what one of these other players are. He's seen where Woxi shot from earlier. He's trying to fake out the shot. Obviously, the
escape, because he doesn't have any utility. He has Rops with a smoke and a flash. That could suffice, but I'm not a big fan of this setup, because the mid to be hit is coming in.
This is such an odd off angle that you don't really anticipate from CR4ZY's perspective. And you can see he gets a free frag on Nexa, able to pull back with a flashbang out of there. Smoke has been deployed. Only 25 seconds now for CR4ZY to make some moves. Yes, they've got a kill onto CR4ZY, which is massive towards B. But how much damage can Rops do before he falls? None is the resounding answer. If he gets a kill or two, I mean, that round pretty much just falls away from CR4ZY. As it stands, though, they've weathered the storm, and they have a 4v3 advantage, and it's not really a site that you can hope to retake. I'm surprised that Karrigan is even still here. I guess it's an MP9, so one of the expendable weapons, but when you consider their finances are so low, the Kevlar, the utility that he had would definitely have helped out. And yeah, I'm going to make a correction. Apparently, none of them got hit by nades. I'm just senile. It's all good, guys.
I think they got tagged.
Tagged through mid, apparently, yeah. I didn't quite
so they got
catch
2 tags at mid and a tag towards long. That's just unfortunate.
For some reason, I thought it was like a nade stack in mid, but yeah, I'll just go to the retirement home.
I mean, let's be honest. You are observing this game at the same time, and it is hard to observe and cast at the same time, to be very honest. He had such a perfect flank towards top in the previous round. Unfortunately for him, he didn't have a rifle. He just had the MP9, so he had to kind of get close, and by that time, that window of opportunity had closed. In the meantime, 2 quick trades taking place towards mid. The ops singing out loud.
Man, he got another tag on CR4ZY through the door just randomly. Random spot. Get wrecked. Down to 10 HP. He's struggling. Karrigan also tagged down to 9. So Mousesports again. Early doors taking all the damage. It could be a lineup for Letney if the AWPer of CR4ZY decides to peek it and he thinks better of that decision. They're still in this round, but hanging by a thread, but still thereabouts.
Watch Karrigan.
Yeah, it does get the one from Carr. Easily traded back out again. This is where the utility advantage for CR4ZY should start to shine. There's only a HE in the hands of Rops. A scout and an AWP to try and retake with is incredibly rough as well, and I'm fairly confident that Letney just heard that player hopping up short, which is going to be Rops, and somehow he's still alive.
That was a bomb drop, by the way, towards Cat. I don't think Rob saw that. He ran him short, he didn't see the bomb dropped, and now that's going to allow Letney to pick it up and go all the way towards A. That's just so unfortunate for Robs.
It sure is. In terms of a bomb being planted and conceding that from Mousesports' perspective, there's no real hope of them clutching this. They have no kits. Sure, Rops has an AK, and he has just picked up a kit, mind you. But the lack of armor behind it, and also CR4ZY, going to be a real issue, especially with his 10 HP. Positions from CR4ZY are just looking locked in, looking far too strong for CR4ZY to lose this round. Maybe they can do some damage. I'm very surprised that they're even going for this. CR4ZY has landed the shot, but it was Rops, remember, that had the kit, and he died towards the top of the site, so there's no hope for CR4ZY. He's going to pull out of there and save his AWP. Meanwhile, Otto also holds on to his, so back there and playing default with USPs and a couple of upgraded pistols alongside that AWP. At least if you push out, get round the back is exactly what Woxi is doing. If he can land it, the round may very well hinge off this play. However, the rest of his teammates are being found out on the flank.
I remember the only map they didn't play, and I think the last time I personally
with. Hopefully any technical issues have been resolved and remedied. And CR4ZY with their full buy, including an AWP on the aforementioned Otto, are looking to push in. Frozen has been in this position before, so I'll be curious to see if CR4ZY call this. If they do decide to push mid, which doesn't look like it's going to be the case anytime soon, they're more congregating over on Catwalk for the time being.
Mousesports have switched one thing up, though. They have opted to keep 3 players towards A and Frozen as well, playing towards CD spawn, and trusting the B bomb site solely in the hands of Mr. Robin Cool. As the first casualty will go the way of CR4ZY. They have lost Letney early on. They're going to continue to push, though. This could be a slaughter, Vince.
Oh, it certainly could. They need to get these nades out desperately. They know that Woxi is going to be positioned on the site somewhere, whether it's long, whether it's car, behind sight. Now they're going to find out there's a slight gap in the smoke, but they haven't finished it off. That had to be a kill. The AWP with 15 HP is still just as deadly. The Woxi can position aggressively now. 25 seconds left. CR4ZY have got to push the go button. They've got to shift through the gears. There's a molly frag onto Woxi. Flashbang plus the molly's going to end him. There is counter flashes being deployed, though. Karrigan's going to chip in with an M4A1S kill. Looking for more. 12 seconds. They've got to get the bomb planted right now. And it's just been dropped by the hands of Karrigan. Meanwhile, Frozen's going to take the opportunity to move up through mid, round the back of the T's. And although Esperanto does finally get that bomb planted, Frozen clips his head. Literally everyone on this team is at least semi-competent with the AWP. There's no complete trash AWPers. CR4ZY, in the meanwhile, though, do get the first kill. It's going to be a breath of fresh air as far as they're concerned, but Woxi evens the odds, tips the scales back to equality with his AWP once more.
Mousesports trying to switch things up a little bit, sending Karrigan always lonesome towards long and keeping 3 towards mid and B. Unfortunately, not panning out for him, and Woxi's going to peek on out, but he gets tagged out. He's going to re-peek. No, he really shouldn't go for this. He's been tagged to 20 HP, so he's got to play this a little safe. He's very wary of the fact someone might come up short. There's no one towards short, instead 3 players pushing up long, and the floater towards mid, that's Nexa, has been found by Rops. So all 3 players from CR4ZY making the way long. The smoke has been deployed, but they have 4 players to find. Woxi playing behind Gandalf. Got a good position, although being tagged to 20 HP means 1 bullet, and he's going to be done for. And his barrel's been spotted out. A pre-fire coming from Hunter. He gets to kill us. Hunter finds another one into CR4ZY, and the tables have all of a sudden turned. It's now a 3v2 in favor of CR4ZY.
Hunts and potentially gathers the round with those 2 kills. It's down to Rops and Frozen. They're both stuck together. What a crisp headshot that is, though, from Rops, who spins around. Letney misses his chance. Rops has been damaged, but now it's down to Otto, the Finnish sniper. Can he dig CR4ZY out of this deep ditch? It should be his. He's missed his shot. He's going to go down as a result. What a retake from Rops in particular. Can potentially get to 7-5, even higher. This is still a half that could quickly tip in our favor. So yeah, their buy is absolute trash right now. No AWPs or scouts on a map like Dust 2 is always going to sting. But they do have the CZ Deagle to try and play aggressively with. And it's going to be Frozen taking the aggression. Information's gathered. Bomb gets sprawled out into the open. Now CR4ZY has the weight of this round on his shoulders, but he does have Rops to help him out, who's now over on the B side. Obviously saw him clutch on the A earlier. Woxi elsewhere, dealt with by Hunter. But it's going to be down to a couple of brisk moments, and it's Rops who comes in with 2. Meanwhile, Karrigan goes in for a kill of his own. And now Otto, through mid, can do very little, but just hope that a couple players walk into his crosshair. This Desert Eagle is unlikely to do a great deal, especially with the bomb being down in such a vast open area.
And they have now just 4 Desert Eagles to work with. Nexa purchases himself a little bit of a Kevlar, but to be honest, I don't see this round going their way.
Certainly not. I mean, they're definitely talented enough with the Deagles to make this sting. Maybe can take a kill or two away, but yeah, in terms of actually winning the round, it's looking pretty dicey at best. And with Carrigan, you don't expect Mousesports to make too many mistakes at this point. They're going to know what's up against them. They knew that a couple of players had pistols in that previous round of season, and the Deagle, they definitely saw that plus a Galil, so they know their economy's in really bad shape. So just play discipline, play anti-eco. Don't give anything away. Don't allow Crazy to get their hands on an AWP or an M4. Just play it smart and steady, and it will be a 7-5 lead. So Mousesports, really, to be fair as well, they were 3-5 behind at one point. It was looking a little bit sketchy, but they certainly have stabilized.
Indeed, they have. And a nice preemptive Molotov there as Wox plucks autos, trying to peer down mid. With 3 plays remaining for Crazy. They have a 0 utility work with them, so they're just going to try and go for the run boost. Oh, I love this. Can he land the shot? Oh no, the timing on that. Woxic finds Nexa. The run boost does work out, but doesn't quite find anything. Woxic finds another one, but he will be hunted down by Hunter, who won't stay alive for much longer.
Because we're killing Woxic, he's down to $0. He doesn't have enough full nades. Carrigan, though, going to try and take the initiative. Now to say a lot of damage, the grenade could finish him off, and indeed it does. A touchdown on Talenti. What a shot by Chris J, piercing the doors and Nex's head. So just after Crazy finally get another bite, it's gone horribly wrong in the first 10 seconds of combat. They have found themselves well and truly up against it.
Yeah, but that's really going to help Mousesports here. They need at least one round in this final few rounds of this first half where they win it without losing anyone. And this round will be really helpful. Just in case they lose it, they won't get reset. Robs, a little bit of a preemptive bullet there. I think he spotted a short run. He's going to peer on out. That is unnecessary. I think he thought someone got blinded with that flashbang from his teammate towards B. That's Robs. But that's going to open up mid. Unfortunately for Crazy, they still have only 3 players left alive, and there's no one towards tunnels. But Esperanto doesn't care. He's going to push on in. Now he doesn't know where the other player is. Oh no, Robs! I think the scroll button just got pressed. And he jumps in air when he had to take the fight. And that is, you hate to see that. Frozen, for example, has nothing to work with. So money's not going to look that great. And this comes up to that 1v3. You remember the 1v3 to win it, even though the chances are highly unlikely. And that's what gave Device that particular 1v3. And it goes to say, when you have the advantage, just try to minimize whatever chances your opponents have of getting a kill or winning the round. And that's what Frozen did. He really didn't have to go for that peak.
Yeah, especially at that time, because I think there was also like a minute left on the clock. So it wasn't as if you were quickly trying to rotate towards the B site because it was about to get hit hard. So, but either way, that's in the past. They're going to have to dust that away. Woxic with the 1 kill. But that's all it seems like the CT's going to get. But actually, hold the phone. Frozen with the AUG. He has other ideas. He's going to try and keep Mousesports in this round. 2 quick-fire kills. HP favoring Crazy. Plus, it's going to be a post-plant momentarily. And there's the peak. That could seal the deal. Crazy eyeing up a 7-7 scoreline. There is an AK-47 for Ops if he wants it. Plus, I think Frozen had a kit. So if he does decide to go for this round, it is doable. But when you look at the finances on Mousesports, Blair, it is bleak. In this last round, if they were to concede this, they're going to have nothing really to play with.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I would go for the save. There's no chance. I mean, there's no need for him to go for this. Sure, he might fancy his chances, but time's ticking away. And I like what Frozen did there. He stuck around, and the second they got 2 kills towards A, they were like, all right, it's probably no one there. And he gets his 2 kills towards the players in towards bottom mid. But Esperanto, I like what he did there. And like we said, they might go into the second half with the lead, and they will indeed if they manage to pull this one off.
Which is looking especially good as the opening trade is going to go the way of Otto. And just think, if Rops didn't save the AK, just how awful it would be. At least they do have an assault rifle to play with, but he's over on the B site. May not have any impact at all on this round. If the rest of his team crumble on A, he's going to have to try and rummage over the corpses of his teammates. Hell of a shot, though, from Frozen, who wide peeks out. One of the perks of the scout, of course, is you're rapid while aimed down the scope. And now the 2 snipers, with their last stand on the site, going to try and hold the line. Frozen's doing damage, but it's not going to be enough. And now Robs, who's had a couple of big plays so far. Events against the best teams in the world? I don't think so. I agree. Maybe it's time to try and delve into some youth and build them up. But that being said, in the second half, it is going to start Crazy's way. The second pistol will be such a massive boost to their economy, to their round score. Woxic, though, going to try and capitalize onto a blind Nexa. And that does open up some long control now for the T's. Otto was thinking about peeking, but he's going to wait for the rest of his team to arrive. They're going to take the elevator up onto A site. and relocate. They're not sure about short, though. No one's actually over on this side, so it is going to spread them out a little bit thinly. And now Mousesports look to try and pull the trigger.
Bit of Esperanto was quite damn good early in that first spot to play towards Car, but he's going to get mowed down. Carrigan, in fact, leading the charge. And one by one, they fall. Woxi joins the party as well. Now Hunter waiting near elevator, trying to spot ahead here. But Mouse are giving absolutely nothing for him to find. Letty's making some CD spawn as well. This is going to be a very hard retake, especially if you look at where Frozen's position is. Hunter finds one. Frozen spots out Hunter, and he does get dinged down through the car to pretty low, but he's just moving around, ensuring that he doesn't really... There we go. Peeks out. Then you have Carrigan, of course. It's a perfect combination, as a perfect nade comes out from Crazy. And they're going to be going for the short play, and it's a perfect flashbang. Esperanto finds two. It's all Frozen. He's got the help to work with, but he won't be able to transfer the spray right. And a perfect play from Crazy towards short ensures they find 3 kills and have the bomb at their feet.
Yeah, that's just so sick. That's the kind of play that you have to make when you're on low investment, or at least low firepower. Get that flash in, take the initiative, try and press the aggression over onto the T's. Perfect flash after the nade, soften them up. And now Rops and Chris J with the arduous task of clutching a 2v4. And Chris J actually only has a P250, so he wants to get his hands on this Glil. Elsewhere, though, Rops going to go down. The P250 rips through Hunter. It's a great cost to his HP. He needed to get that kill cleanly if he was going to clutch this round. And Crazy.
You want to take advantage and kind of catch your opponents by surprise. And that was so well done. That was so well done by Crazy. And they get rewarded for it. They pick up a couple of... they have the SG. They have the AK-47 as well. However, Carrigan making that Deagle sing, giving Crazy a taste of their own medicine. Bear in mind, these Deagles can be a problem if they land the shots. And Chris J almost finds a kill under the player towards A, and that is Esperanto. He's got M4A1, but it's all alone. He's got backup in the form. Oh, gets plucked off by Chris J, but a quick trade does come in from Hunter.
Yeah, Esperanto did have a chance there to start claiming some kills. There's a solid Molotov planted on the site, stopping the bomb plant a few more moments. And there is Nexa.
He's got an MP9 to kind of disposable weapon. And we have 4 players making their way towards shorts. It's going to be a shooting gallery, and Esperanto just farming the frags, leaving Frozen all alone.
Firing the lasers. Not too much Mousesports can do about this. Not a single kill picked up. Clean climb, you can bide it and see if you can maybe even win this round, and then you've got a nice juicy bonus ahead of you. Nice grenade chipping away a few players, but also stalling them, lowering them to that Molotov being planted down. The flashbang is solid, and so is the spray from Hunter. Gonna yield the 2 kills, but the bomb site has been lost. And Mousesports, at the very least, will get a bomb plant, and Carrigan comes out swinging with a kill on top of it. There is a flank from Otto, but he's at range with the MP9.
But that was a very nice call, to be honest. It's almost like they read Crazy like it.
Their options open. If they want to go for a fast, aggressive hit, they have the opportunity to do so. Molotov is going to force Chris J out, and he gets squeezed into an up frag from Otto once again. Crazy get the first kill.
Crazy get the first kill, and that's going to force the rest of the team towards that mid area where Carrigan has taken up a pretty aggressive angle. The thing is, the 3 guys waiting for them towards B. Crazy adapting to this play from Mouse, but this could be slaughtered. Esperanto finds one, finds a second kill. Still got 11 bullets remaining, so he's gonna have no peeking out. He's gonna peek out 5 spots Frozen. Won't win that duel, but there's still 2 more players in that B bomb site. It's Letney and Hunter, and they know where the final players are. It's all on young Frozen and Nexa taken from behind. No ability whatsoever, so that's something they can potentially work with.
Yeah, it also shows that Crazy have a great deal of respect for the prowess of Mousesports, but now that they're starting to move out into the open, into the range of the AKs and AWP, it's not going to bode well for the terrorists, and they have been cut down to size.
Push towards long, as they will fall on back to a more traditional setup, and it's going to be Otto once more, being faced off by Carrigan, goes for the slow peek. And unfortunately, Woxi not able to trade in time, because look at the number of utility being tossed in by Crazy. That's a great work from them. Woxi already down to 31 HP.
This is a round that we thought Voxic may have some impact on, but so far it's been very one-sided. Hunter gonna find Frozen just on the perimeter of Catwalk, on the periphery of the smoke. And there's 2 quick kills, and pretty cleanly. They've only lost 2 HP on Otto. That's it.
The problem is on the B bomb side, it's Letney, and he just has the AW all alone. Walking misses a shot, but Letney will not miss his. Finds Chris J. The flashbang is going to be a very obvious tell that it's one player towards the B bomb side. And unfortunately for Robs, he's on a 1v5, Vince. And The bomb is dropped at mid, so this is pretty much a no-win round.
Yeah, this is 100% going away of Crazy. Like, I don't even want to give Rops 0.1. That's no knock on him. It's just everything stacked against him. He's got 10 seconds to go. It's over. He's going to try and save the AK, see if he can do some damage on his inevitable way out. There's one onto Hunter. Do they even want to chase this too much? I mean, it's an AK. You know the economy is pretty
Esperanto has 80% headshot ratio already and is on 142 ADR. That's
impressive.
Not reasonable.
Another ridiculous nade as well, by the way. I mean, it's going to hit Carrigan, but Rops with his AK-47 is going to punish Otto for overextending. So that's one of the main threats that has been eliminated, but Letney with the other AWP is going to make it rain out. Tears Hunter with the peak double taps. 2 players going to be fouled by Chris J, who gets swarmed by Esperanto. And Crazy are looking momentarily. Esperanto taking point, finds Carrigan, drills into his head. Surgical precision with the AK. And now the rest of Mousesports are all clumped up on long. It's going to be a one-dimensional hit. They do only have the 1 smoke and Molotov. They can't even fully cordon off the cross, which is going to put Hunter, if he turns around, of course, as soon as the call comes through, that's going to be the case, in a good position. On the back of the site, Rops with 2. But it's going to be more kills going the way of the T's. Is Rops really going to pull this off? He's put off a 4K. Where the hell did that come from? Letney in the meanwhile with his AWP going to be making a move up through short side. Molotov to greet him. Both players so very low. 1 bullet from this deagle will finish either of them off. Is he going to be allowed the opportunity, though? Letney caught out in the open. And again,
at least for Mousesports, they do have the weaponry to work with this time around, though. And Hunter is going to get the first kill once more. Trade will, however, come in, and it's going to be 4v4. And now, if they quicken up the pace, this could work out for Mousesports. Letney's once more all alone towards the B bomb side. If they push into the split real quickly, they could catch him off guard. And there we go, caught with his back turned. A trade does come in from Esperanto, but that's a B bomb side taken over by Mousesports. And Crazy should potentially just go for the save here.
Oh, they're actually going to go for it. They're going in. They're going all in. Carrigan's going to go peek, and he gets knocked down by Otto's AWP. Unnecessary peek, maybe feeling the pressure. Chris J, 1 on 3 for all the chips on Dust 2. He's already been tagged. He's been fragged by Esperanto, and that's going to be game Crazy.